Good morning, students. Today's practical on practical number 7, data visualization part 1. In this, the data set we are going to use to draw our plots will be Titanic data set. Practical number 7, we have to use for box plot, use Titanic data set, which is downloaded from the Seaborn library. Which is downloaded from the Seaborn library. For Seaborn library, we have to use load underscore dataset function and pass it the name of the dataset. Let us see what the Titanic dataset looks like. This is a code for access the dataset of Titanic. You have to use online compiler Google Colab. For access the Titanic dataset, import Seaborn as SNS dataset is equal to SNS dot load underscore dataset in bracket Titanic in single inverted comma dataset dot head function is used. The above script above loads the Titanic dataset and display the first 5 rows. Display the first 5 rows 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 5 rows of the dataset using the head function. You have to use head function. The dataset, Titanic dataset contains 891 rows and 15 columns. 891 rows and 15 columns. Contains information about the passengers who boarded the unfortunate Titanic ship. The original task is to predict whether or not the passengers survived, depending upon different features such as their age. Here, age is given, age, sex, fare charges, class is given, ally. We will use the Seaborn library to see if you find any patterns in the data. Next, you have to use when you run this code. This is a data set given from the Titanic data set. When you run the code, you have to see there are 5 columns. There are 5 rows and different columns. Next is categorical faults. First category faults is box plot. The box plot. This is a box plot. This is a box plot. Is used to display the distribution of categorical data in the form of quartiles. Categorical data in the form of quartiles. The center of box shows the center of box. This is 30 value shows the median value. The value from the lower to the bottom of the box shows the first quartile. This is first quartile. From the bottom of the box to the middle of the box lies in the second quartile. This is second quartile. From the middle of the box to the top of the box lies the third quartile. This is a middle line is a third quartile. Box plot that displays the distribution of the age with respect to each gender. Here male and female. Age distribution with respect to male and female. You need to pass the categorical column as the first parent, which is sex in our case, And the numerical column age in our case, second parameter. Final data set is passed as the third parameter. This is a code SNS dot box plot round bracket x equal to 6 single and inverted comma y is equal to age comma data is equal to data set. When you run this code, we have to show that box plot. This is a box plot. Try to understand a box plot for female. The first quartile start at around 5. The first quartile starts at around 5 and the ends at 22 and the ends at 22, which means that 25% of the passengers are aged between 5 and 25. 5 and 25. 5 and 25. And the second quarter starts as around 23 and the ends at around 32. 30, which means that 25% passenger is between 23 and 32. Similarly, third quartile starts and ends between 34 to 42. 42. Hence, 25 passengers are aged within the range. And finally, fourth or last quartile is at 43 and ends at 65. Ends at 65. You can make your box plots more fancy by adding another layer of distribution. For instance, if you want to see the box plots of passengers of both genders, along with the information about whether or not they survived, you can pass the survived as value to the hue parameter. Next, you have to use hue parameter. Hue parameter for pass the survived value. For syntax, SNS dot box plot x6 y is equal to age comma data is equal to data set, and you have to check survived value. U is equal to survived value. When the run the this script, you have to plot this type of box plot, age and male. Survived to show hue parameter for survived. You can also see the distribution of the passengers who survived. For instance, you see the among the male passengers, on average, more younger people survived as compared to the more younger people. Survived is blue shows that 0 and orange color shows that 1. You can see that among the male passengers, more younger people survived as compared to the older ones. Similarly, you can see the variation among the age of female passengers who do not survive as much greater than the age of the surviving female passengers. This is a conclusion of this practical. Thank you.